So I told you the exact wrong
Yes.
thing. Okay,
Precisely.
I'm so sorry.
Wow. Holy crap. Well, I guess I can die now.
I recently checked out Photo Plus, and it was pretty lame. Just kidding, Tamron had dogs there, so that was cool. Though I will say that is a pretty clever way to get people to look at trash lenses. I'm just kidding, Tamron's fine. Also, if you're wondering where Horseman's been, well, I mean, he apparently went off to make a camera company. What's that about? Alright, sorry, I'm losing focus here. We're rabbit holing really fast. More importantly than any of that stuff, I got to meet JT, the guy behind the YouTube channel Run and Gun. Are we allowed to say the G word on YouTube these days? I guess we'll find out. In true Sweet Lou photography fashion, I wanted to make a video with JT, but I had no plans whatsoever. So as per usual, I decided to do something really involved at the last minute with very little planning or preparation. We're forgoing the articulating screens, the 42 megapixels, the dual card slots. We're forgoing all the stuff that is considered essential these days for a vastly superior camera. The Game Boy camera. The Game Boy camera came out in 1998, the same glorious year that Nintendo blessed us with Pokemon Red, Blue, and Zelda Ocarina of Time. I mean, if that wasn't the best year of my life, I don't know what was, what is, what will be. We're going down that rabbit hole again. But I thought it'd be fun to take this throwback piece of technology and just go out, have some fun creating some images together. No pressure, nothing crazy, just some silly shots. Spoiler alert, everything goes wrong on Sweet Lou photography. But let's talk about the shoot first, and then we'll talk about what went wrong. JT and I were leaving Photo Plus and we were right in the area of the vessel, so I thought that was a cool place to start. So for this crap shoot, I decided to pass the Game Boy back and forth, so we're alternating photos. The next one is JT.
Down zooms out?
Yeah, down zooms out, up zooms in. This is the stupidest
It's
shit.
not zooming out. Hold on.
Are you all the way zoomed?
What does left and right do? Brightness?
Yeah, so left will make it darker, right will make it brighter, I think.
Okay. It's just such... And it takes a second.
Now, for those Nintendo connoisseurs out there, you might be thinking to yourself, Lou, those aren't the right controls. You're right. Definitely,
I'm gonna do a portrait of you.
Hell yeah.
Dave, can you sit down for a second?
So wait, I'm sorry, what did we just figure out?
So, hold on, brightness is up and down. Super high ISO, clearly. And zoom is left and right.
So I told you the exact wrong
Yes.
thing. Okay,
Precisely.
I'm so sorry. You might be saying to yourself, that's still not right. And you're once again correct. But we'll figure that out later on. Let's not ruin it for past Lou and JT. So since we were losing light, I actually held the flashlight on my phone up to kind of kick a little bit of light in there to make this look a little better. I'm sure you can see that that worked very well, and I swear it looks better on the Game Boy screen than it does on the print. But we'll talk about these prints a little bit later on.
Wow. Holy crap. Well, I guess I can die now.
Yep.
you peaked. Yep.
So for my next shot, I decided to shoot up at this building here. I thought it was a cool perspective just because of how tall the building was and the fact that the colors were almost monotone in nature. I thought that the Game Boy camera would render it pretty well. After all, the Game Boy camera can only do black and white digital images using the 4-color palette of the Game Boy system. That's according to Wikipedia. I like how this one came out. It's almost reminiscent of Silphco in Saffron City, am I right? Alright, so you're going for big crane?
Yeah, the three of them are kind of cool.
Yeah. I really like the way this one came out. It's pretty clear that you can tell that these are the cranes. I mean, maybe it's just because I was there, but I think this one worked out pretty well.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. I got like a little silhouette thing there.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Almost see them.
Yeah, that's sick.
1, 2, 3.
Dude.
Alright, you're up.
JT was proving himself to be a natural Game Boy camera photographer, so I needed to step my game up a little bit. I saw this street performer over here and I thought this would be a really cool opportunity to get just a candid moment, but I quickly realized how impossible it was going to be with the amount of people walking by that it couldn't keep up. It was going at like 1 frame a minute. So I decided to choose a different target and do a very similar shot to the last one I took. Good job, Lou. Back to JT, who turned his attention to this street meat cart. This one really, well, it's contrasty. I do think this is another example of it looks much better on the Game Boy screen versus the print, but we're gonna get to that in just a second. But we have some more photos to take, and after that I shifted my attention to the Hudson Yards train station. There's some interesting lines in here, and I kinda just wish that I would have took the brightness up a little bit higher, but it is what it is. Back to JT now, and I think he had dinner on the brain because he went for this bagel. It looked like a good bagel, to be fair, but honestly, I'm really impressed with this picture. I think, weirdly, it might be the best one from the set, and the look on his face after, I'm glad I captured it. I don't know, there's something special about that bagel picture. Damn, dude!
That's weird.
Yo, time to sell my 6D. That's killer. Well, the Game Boy was back in my hands, and I wasn't too sure what to shoot, especially after that bagel. But Dave was taking a picture, and it just kind of lined itself up for me, so I fired one off. I even recorded the B-roll of it after I took the picture, like that's how in the moment it was. After that, JT went for the buildings that were in the distance. I'm not entirely sure why, but the vans that were closest to us really blew out and became like these weird orbs of light. You can kind of make out the buildings, they're in the middle of the frame there. They're pretty small, but they're there.
How do you scroll back?
So hit A to save it.
Okay.
The problem with mine is that
I
it's
haven't
in.
been hitting A. Have I not been?
I've been getting them.
Okay.
Got an ambulance going by, so that was whatever this is. Yeah, I don't really know what to say about that one. That's just my finest work yet. That's not a ferry, that's a bus. These people in the bus are all like staring at us. Oh hell yeah, dude. Definitely an example of one that looks better on the Game Boy itself, but still a really sick moment that was captured here. You can kind of see the face towards the top there and the glares from the streetlights. Oh dude, I think that's gotta be the winner. That's probably the best one.
Yes, you can see it too.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm so
It's
hyped.
a little overexposed, but you can see it.
We'll bring it into Lightroom and we'll fix it.
Good job, you won photography.
So it was back to me and we decided to go for a little bit of a walk now. My first target was the New Yorker building. And that went really well. Iconic, even.
Yeah, just like that. Camera down, so get the light on your face.
And back to JT with another beautiful, handsome portrait of our friend Dave. This one he had the benefit of having that car right there. The tail lights were kind of giving him a little bit of a key light there. Does look a little ratchet though.
That was my 1,000-yard stare.
Oh yeah. So you can see like the red light on your face a little bit.
Wow.
Well, I'm not shooting in RAW, so
Yeah,
clearly it's garbage.
just like throw it on the floor. For my next shot, I decided to wait until someone walked in front of that billboard. It was switching between green and white, so I figured the white would give a nice backlight and kind of silhouette the person. It was a good idea in concept, but once you get to these high contrast, lower light scenarios, this camera really has a pretty difficult time. So as you can see, this is just a mess of pixels. It's a beautiful disaster. After handing the Game Boy back to JT, he decided he wanted to go for one of those pan shots where you kind of whip pan along with lights that they streak out.
I got the little blurry lines.
Oh, that's kind of sick.
But it's like completely
Yeah,
black and white. I tried.
that's still cool.
I failed, but I tried.
No, you're thinking outside of the box. I like that.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm trying to stay within the box actually.
Oh, you got me.
Wrong.
Back over to me, and I wanted to get a shot looking down this block. I figured there was some lighting here, nice leading lines, and yeah, I guess you see the lights. It was around this time too I realized once again that I was wrong on the controls. So one of them handles the brightness and the other one handles the contrast. There is no zoom. I don't know why I thought there was a zoom. I don't know why we thought there was a zoom. There's no zoom. To wrap things up, JT and I did portraits of each other. JT took one of me, and then I took one of him. And then last but certainly not least, we took a Game Boy camera selfie. Glorious. So before I wrap this video up, here's a quick little aside about the absolute blast I had printing these photos. When I bought the Game Boy camera from the guys at Retro World Expo, they were saying, hey, it's all in original packaging and the paper is all wrapped in the original boxes and all that stuff. I thought this was going to be super simple. All I'd have to do is plug in the link cable to the printer and hey, everything would just work. But silly me, I just should have known. So for those of you who don't know, the Game Boy printer uses thermal paper, and turns out thermal paper goes bad. I guess 20 years is a little bit long to expect something like that to continue to work, but hey, I of course had to be thorough though and test every roll of thermal paper I had, and yes indeed, they were all bad. Oh shit. Well, what do you know? This one looks pretty horrible. Just picture that 5 more times and you'll have a pretty good idea of what that night was like for me. Well, at least you guys can't say I didn't try. Then I did a little bit of research on Reddit and I found that there's this website called Retro Fixes and they actually make thermal paper for the Game Boy printer now. So for less than 20 bucks, I got 4 rolls of the new thermal paper, loaded it in, and there you go. So just wanted you guys to know a little bit of the dedication and behind the scenes suffering that goes into these videos. Yo, what is with this love message? I like it. No. I love it. Also, Retro Fixes, I know they kind of save the day here, but their rolls of paper are bigger than the actual Nintendo ones, so you can't, like, put the plastic cover back onto the Game Boy printer while you're using their paper. Great. I guess that sucks. I don't really care that much, but worth noting for whatever reason. I don't know, it's like 4 in the morning right now. My life's in shambles. I had a blast hanging out with JT. Sure, going to Photo Plus was cool, but honestly, making connections with other people, that's what I really care about. And being able to just go out and create and have fun with it and not take things too seriously. It's really awesome to know that people are kind of in the same boat as me and don't need to freak out about megapixels and all that other crap all the time. So guys, make sure you check out JT's channel. He's an awesome dude and he does some really great videos, really awesome content over there. Go check him out, let him know I sent you. It's a tough one picking my favorite. I mean, obviously the selfie is my favorite because of the memory attached to it, but if I had to be objective, I think this is my favorite photo from the shoot. What do you guys think? What's your favorite photo? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, guys, you can smash that subscribe button and share this video. I'm on MySpace, Instagram, Discord, and I don't know, Twitter, I guess. Yeah, Twitter, I'm there. I got a couple more of these crapshoots coming at you, and then we're back to a couple of gear reviews. And make sure you guys check out the 4K Club. You can check the link in the description below, and it'll be in the comments as well. We're getting real close to 4,000 subscribers, so those t-shirts are gonna be gone forever. So check those out and support the channel. All right, guys, I'll talk to you soon. Bye. I forgot to mention, I never had a Game Boy camera when I was a kid. I always wanted one and didn't have one, and now I'm an adult, so I bought one for this video, I guess. And I guess it slipped my mind to mention that this one was all in Japanese. So we figured it out, but the beginning was quite an experience. So instead of bloopers, enjoy this. All right, so the Game Boy printer is good. I guess we'll figure, maybe that's print. Oh boy. I don't know what that means.
You want to ask somebody here?
Yes, let's see what this is. Oh my god. No, okay, that can't be it. Is it this one? This looks promising.
It's the one where it starts printing your view.
You are now crossing the equator, is what that screen said. That's what's weird, is that, oh, okay, wait. Here's my photo. Shit. What in the fuck?
Like and subscribe to Sweet Lou Photography. The man.